We've got a ball game, folks, in the SWAC opener between Jackson State and Grambling State. It's been an entertaining one, and Jeremy Hickbottom is trying to find a way for his group to really catch fire here in this fourth quarter, and he's done an excellent job with the keys of this offense so far.
He has, and these are the games you have to win to be a Grambling State quarterback. One of the most valued positions in all of college football. They want him to win football games. When you talk about Grambling quarterbacks, I mean, even modern era. We talk about Kendrick Nord, Randy Himes. How about this recent name, Devontae Kincaid?
Oh, yeah.
Found a way to win these type of football games. So when Coach Fobbs talked to us and said, you do some good things, but at the end of the day, your record's a little bit over 500, that's not good enough by Grambling standards. So here in this senior season, he has an opportunity to say, you know what? I want to be a Grambling quarterback that's remembered for what I did on the field.
Second or 2 of 9 on third downs, but great throw and catch. That's DJ Clark. First down and more. He said, keep on feeding me.
I like this. Look the safety to the left, stick a seam route to the right. Great release. And we've seen, I got to call it out. Aubrey Miller's a thumper, number 45, the middle linebacker for Jackson State. He'll hit, but we've seen him give up some big plays behind him in pass coverage. Trying too hard to get close to the line of scrimmage, and Grambling's done a good job of exploiting that. He's got to do a better job of dropping in his coverage.
Well, Hickbottom, we saw him as the leading rusher last season, able to get it done with his legs, but you have to be impressed with the way he has been able to complete passes. And as I say that one overthrown, but efficiency we've seen from Hickbottom today. I don't think you could ask for much more in the opening game of the season for the Tigers.
Show command of the offense, been able to move the football, no interceptions. Right here, this is that part of the field where I'm looking for number 80. Doral James, this tight end who's been able to win those matchups versus the linebackers from Jackson State.
5 catches, 86 yards for James, including a touchdown. And Grambling State will talk it over, spend a timeout here, Jay.
Watch that. Tight end timeouts become valuable, particularly when you're losing in the fourth quarter. I'm just going to say that.
We'll step aside with them.
Verizon believes everyone deserves the best. That's why we start with 5G from America's most reliable network.
Verizon 5G is next level.
Then give families plans to mix and match, so you only pay for what you need starting at $35.
It's so much more than just a great network.
And offer the best in entertainment on select unlimited plans like Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, as well as Discovery Plus, with a Galaxy S21 Plus 5G when you buy one. There's no reason to settle for less than the best. Only from
Reggie Miller said he moved in for March Madness, but he definitely chose Wendy's for the breakfast.
The tournament doesn't start for like a week.
The tournament doesn't start for like a week.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's, official breakfast of March Madness.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked on the bright side? Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something bright.
For clean skin, for clear skin, get Proactive.
I love my skin. I've never had a product work for me the way Proactive has.
Our acne-fighting ingredient, adapalene, will help clear your skin and help prevent breakouts. Go to Proactive.com now to get consistently clear skin. Subscribe today for less than $1 a day at Proactive.com. And for a limited time, get this free charcoal cleansing brush. Subscribe today for less than $1 a day at Proactive.com and get this limited time offer.
A migraine hope from Aimovig. To show up for the sweet, the hectic, the tender, the tense, and the fiery. But for many, migraine keeps them from saying,
I am here. We aim to change that with Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. One dose once a month is proven to reduce monthly migraine days, for some by half or more. Don't take Aimovig if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or swelling can happen hours to days after use. Severe constipation can happen, sometimes with serious complications. High blood pressure can happen or worsen with Aimovig. Common side effects include injection site reactions and constipation. It doesn't matter what each day brings, so long as you can say, I am here. Aim to...
Coach Prime in his debut game as a SWAC head coach in conference play, going against the Steady Eddie Broderick Fobbs in his 7th season. Great ball game here as the Tigers of Grambling State, the G-Men, inside the 10. Jay Walker, Tiffany Green here with you, and this has been a fun one so far. Nice back and forth affair. It was Jackson State who took the reins, and Grambling's just trying to play catch up now.
That is the 7th false start for Grambling State in this game. Can't win a lot of football games like that.
Broderick Fobbs, whose team had played since November of 2019. Hickbottom with time, feels the pressure, lets it go, and is it intercepted? Kevin Berthy came down with the ball, but a flag on the play.
One time seemed like Hickbottom took a chance and just kind of threw this up for grabs. Jackson State might have come away with a huge interception in the end zone, but let's see what the laundry is about on the field.
Pass interference. Defense, number 4. Will be placed on the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Wow, so Deshaun Warren called for the pass interference. You see him running into the receiver with his back turned.
That is the right call. Absolutely. He impeded Raylan Richardson, who's a 6'4" wide receiver, from having an opportunity to go for the football, to leave his feet, to jump. That's a great call by the back judge.
And a huge one in favor of the Tigers, and it's Elder to punch it in. Just like that, folks, we're tied up, but another penalty marker is on the field.
That's going to be after the touchdown. He spiked the ball. They're getting for the celebration.
The results of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against the offense, number 23. That's number 23, first unsportsmanlike of the game.
They call his number up the middle, makes himself small, explodes through the hole. Well, despite, you can throw up your hooks, but a little bit too much, and
Returns could look a little different this year. So when the big carriers start trying to get you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out and go with only the best deals. With Straight Talk Wireless, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get our unlimited plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk Wireless. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Hey, how you doing, baby? You look mighty fine, I figured I might come your way and roll up on you with that golden ticket. Shawty, can I get your
Smell irresistible. New X.
A migraine hope from Aimovig to show up for the sweet, the hectic, the tender, the tense, and the fiery. But for many, migraine keeps them from saying, I am here. We aim to change that with Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. One dose once a month is proven to reduce monthly migraine days, for some by half or more. Don't take Aimovig if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or swelling can happen hours to days after use. Severe constipation can happen, sometimes with serious complications. High blood pressure can happen or worsen with Aimovig. Common side effects include injection site reactions and constipation. It doesn't matter what each day brings, so long as you can say, I am here. Aim to be there more. Talk to your doctor about Aimovig.
Jackson State trying to snap Grambling State's 16-game home winning streak. You have to go back to 2015 since the Tigers lost at home. But Jay, during the break, we had a chance just to have a quick discussion about the decision after that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to not maybe assess it on the kick, on the extra point.
Yeah, you get the opportunity. You can either take it on the extra point attempt or when they kick it into the field. Most times you have them kick from further back like they will, the 20-yard line, and you're going to win the battlefield position. However, I'm going to say, kicking's been shaky right now, by both teams having demonstrated a strong kicking game. And Grambling folks will know they won the Celebration Bowl. Their victory when they accepted the excessive celebration penalty on the extra point. North Carolina Central missed. Grambling won 10-9. That 1 point there, I'm not saying it's going to be the end-all, but in that situation there, I would have made them kick it from 15 yards deeper.
Instead, Grambling has a 1 point advantage. Josh Littles keeps going. Josh Littles still on his feet and out to midfield on the return. This Jackson State team, we saw them really catch fire in that second quarter. 3 straight touchdown drives. Since then, just 1 touchdown on their last 5 possessions.
Get the ball to the playmakers. I thought the wide receivers, Corey Reed and Dalen Baldwin, presented problems. I'd find a way to get them involved.
Here's Tyson Alexander. Alexander continuing to move and groove up the field. He's closing in on 100 yards. And the ball came out at the end. Was he down? As Alexander was looking good.
Yeah, I wonder, did it come out or did they just take it from him when they were blowing the whistle? Grambling definitely came out with the fifth. That ball's down. Did you see that ball in the bottom of the pile? Good job to get up to the line of scrimmage with the snap.
That's right. At the same time, Jay, we understand that for progress, not reviewable. So, yep.
If it were blown, which they would have had to listen for that too, but there was a big pile there. That ball was on the ground at what point, but it's all for naught. So Jackson State with the ball, and they're in Grambling territory right now.
Second and 11. Alexander gets the carry again. Alexander continuing to make cuts. And bringing him down is Brian Powell.
You'll see it here. Just the ability to explode upfield quickly and change directions. I mean, he made a linebacker miss in a small space.
The play on the outside, and that's Warren Newman, and Newman is in.
I said, get the ball to the athletes. Get the ball to athletes. And it was really complimented by the running game of Tyson Alexander. But we know what Warren Newman can do when he gets the football space. I mean, he's on the short side of the field. Watch him just weave through untouched into the end zone. Man, he can do it.
Yes. Newman, who had a touchdown a couple weeks ago, adds another here. 4 plays, 50 yards on that Jackson State drive. They regain the lead, but continue to have trouble in that kicking game. Ouch! Once more off the upright.
All things are going well offensively for Jackson State, but the special teams let them down again. But how about this? Warren Newman, the senior from Nolens, Louisiana, getting it done. Jackson State back on top.
Verizon believes everyone deserves the best. That's why we start with 5G from America's most reliable network.
Verizon 5G is next level.
And offer the best in entertainment like Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus with a Galaxy S21 Plus 5G when you buy one. Only from Verizon.
Reggie Miller said he moved in for March Madness, but he definitely chose Wendy's for the breakfast.
The tournament doesn't start for like a week.
The tournament doesn't start for like a week.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's, official breakfast of March Madness.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked on the bright side? Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something. A migraine hope from Aimovig to show up for the sweet, the hectic, the tender, the tense, and the fiery. But for many, migraine keeps them from saying, I am here. We aim to change that with Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. 1 dose once a month is proven to reduce monthly migraine days, for some by half or more. Don't take Aimovig if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or swelling can happen hours to days after use. Severe constipation can happen, sometimes with serious complications. High blood pressure can happen or worsen with Aimovig. Common side effects include injection site reactions and constipation. It doesn't matter what each day brings, so long as you can say, I am here. Aim to be there more. Talk to your doctor about Aimovig.
ESPN College Football is presented by McDonald's.
Very good crowd on hand at Eddie Robinson Stadium. 50% capacity, and certainly they're witnessing an excellent ball game and the home opener for Grambling State, but it's the Tigers out of the SIP. The 33-28 advantage midway through the fourth.
And you knew the game would be, this is always a classic game. The two schools are 2 hours away from each other, straight shot. JSU fans excited about their new coach, and Grambling trying to see, is it the same JSU they've been seeing for the past decade, or is it a new JSU? And both teams, after the early sloppiness of the game, have really come out here and fought hard in the later half.
I'll tell you this, Jay, you think about since 2014, it has been a roller coaster of seasons for Jackson State. 23-44 during that time. They've seen 5 different head coaches in 7 seasons. And so Coach Prime is hoping to establish this new era in the capital city and take over that dominance. Then you compare that to Broderick Fobbs, who's been around for a little bit now. You see the winning records that he's had, 3 consecutive undefeated seasons in conference play, a Celebration Bowl title to go on top of that. This is going to be a fun one.
You know, the key thing to folks in Louisiana is those 2 consecutive Bayou Classic losses.
Oh, yeah.
You can have great years, but they made it known your number 1 job is to win the Bayou Classic.
Donald Johnson on the return, and the ball may have come out at the end. It appears Grambling State retains possession Right there was Dwayne Pickett, though. Yeah. He's down right there. Jay, talk about that Bayou Classic, one of the great rivalries in college football. This year won't be in New Orleans. They move it to Shreveport.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they're going from the gumbo to the crawfish. So we'll see how that bayou's going to shape up and be interesting. Take that game around the state, but that's during the season, during the regular football fall season. That is a state holiday in Louisiana when Grambling takes on Southern every year. Hey, Tim, every now and then as a quarterback, you got to check your manhood, see how tough you are. Hickbottom just passed the test. He in that play. And this right here is a quarterback's worst nightmare. Coming right up the middle. Nowhere to go. You know you're going to get hit. Chuck it and duck it. That was a chuck and duck throw. You have to talk to your offensive lineman in the huddle after that play there. That's why I'm glad I'm in the booth, Tiff.
Crane was bringing the pressure. Hickbottom on 3rd and 9, and Hickbottom trying to extend the ball out there, trying to get close to that first down marker. And he didn't want to feel another blow this time. Keontae Hampton bringing him down.
And I like that effort, though. Remember in the first half, see, I'll give credit where credit is due. Earlier, I kind of questioned, did he make a real hearty effort to go for a first down? Well, now he learned from that mistake in the first half. He put it all on the line that last play and came up just a yard short.
Five punts already in this game. Urban with the 6. And Newman collects it, returns it, and Newman is brought down. And you go back and you talk about that extra effort. I mean, he nearly picked this first down up with his feet with that effort.
Yeah, and he left it all right there on the line and was very, very close to it on the spot, made it about the spot. And on that play, you can kind of hear it seemed like some of the Grambling State folks weren't too happy that Grambling elected to punt the football. Game like this, a lot of football to be played. You don't want to get a ball to Jackson State on a short field. I think Coach Fobbs did the right thing. Backed up too far to go for it on 4th and short.
Jackson State starts their drive, handoff to Kamani Clark. Not much doing.
Clark, the more multi-purpose back, as we mentioned earlier. But for this game, it's been Tyson Alexander. I think he's been that difference maker for them. If you don't have a steady running game and you need explosive plays, Tyson Alexander's been the one to hurt him.
2nd and 9, feeling pressure from behind, lets it go. And incomplete, bobbled there, and Anderson brought the pressure along that backside.
And Warren Newman, you're exciting, like everything you do when you have the football in your hands, but you must catch the football first. This is great play by Jalen Jones. Accurately thrown ball. That should have been a catch and a first down. Instead, 3rd and long.
With time, Jones sees black helmets and jerseys, and ouch! Jalen Jones felt all of that. Ryan Fields popping helmets.
It was great recognition by Grambling State. They tried to call the wide receiver bubble screen. They weren't fooled, and Jones got spun around like John Elway in the Super Bowl. That's just a spinner. He took the helmet and the headband off. That's a football play. I understand if you're Jackson State why you're a little upset because they've been called for a couple of them, but when you look at that replay, you see that was a shoulder and that was just a hard hit.
And see, one of those things that Coach Prime will learn over time is, you got to massage the officials, got to work them, got to kind of get in their ear throughout the game.
Nobody.
I'm trying to think. Number 20 came in shoulder first, I believe.
Or ineligible, and the play clock will be kept on the field.
So the play clock not working. You're going to keep it on the field. That'll be something to keep your eye on. And Martin watches it bounce, continuing to take a Jackson State roll inside the 20.
Come on. Let's go.
Folks, you're going to want to come back for this one. 9:32 to go. Grambling State up on the road.
Verizon believes everyone deserves the best. That's why we start with 5G from America's most reliable network.
Verizon 5G is next level.
And offer the best in entertainment like Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus with a Galaxy S21 Plus 5G when you buy one. Only from...
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked on the bright side? Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something.
New DQ rotisserie style chicken bites. I love you just the way you are. I never thought unbreaded chicken this good was possible. Your oven roasted 100% white meat chicken is 100% perfect to me. Finally, chicken that is tender, juicy, and flavorful all by itself. Or dipped in ranch. Or on a salad. Or in a basket with fries. Thank you, DQ, for giving me just what I needed. DQ. Happy tastes good.
A migraine hope from Aimovig to show up for the sweet, the hectic, the tender, the tense, and the fiery. But for many, migraine keeps them from saying, I am here. We aim to change that with Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. One dose once a month is proven to reduce monthly migraine days, for some by half or more. Don't take Aimovig if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or swelling can happen hours to days after use. Severe constipation can happen, sometimes with serious complications. High blood pressure can happen or worsen with Aimovig. Common side effects include injection site reactions and constipation. It doesn't matter what each day brings, so long as you can say, I am here. Aim to
Jackson State trying to get their first win against Grambling State since 2012. They've dropped 9 of the last 10, and Coach Prime has his group in position if they could hold tight to this lead, but still a lot of time remaining, and C.J. Russell on the carry. Nice pickup there from C.J. Russell.
The young freshman sees daylight to the outside and explodes through the crease, and touchdown saving tackle by Keontae Hampton.
Big bottom again, one of his favorite targets today, Darrell James. James on the catch.
James is having an outstanding game, and 6'3", 235-pound senior from Tallahassee getting it done today.
Big bottom again, bobbled and held tight by Kobe Ross. So that's good enough for another first down.
Once again, showing mastery of the offense. Complete command, Jeremy Hickbottom. Team trailing by 5, but still making smart decisions with the football. Bare front by the defensive line of Jackson State.
Hickbottom nearly picked off by Warren.
They confused him with the look. I knew something exotic was taking place when they put 3 defensive linemen to cover up the interior. So he's thinking he's getting one look, and that was miscommunication. He wanted a check off. He wanted a different route run by Xavier Cooper. Very fortunate Warren did not intercept that pass.
Second and 10. Clutched it back down the sideline and out of bounds. Pass incomplete to Ross, the intended receiver.
Now you're at the part of the field where if you don't pick up all 10, I think you'll see Coach Fobbs elect to go for it. So as a quarterback, you're knowing if I get 6 or 7, it's 2 down territory. This stage of the game, pick up positive yards. Incompletion, you're going to be forced to punt it away.
Tigers near midfield. Hickbottom has completed 2 of his last 7 passes, and that one is dropped right in and out of the hands. The first drop of the day from James. And it comes at an inopportune time, Jay.
Was it tipped underneath? They did a pretty good job of buzzing underneath. Number 96 is looking. He tipped it, and that threw it off just a little bit, and the normally sure-handed James not able to haul it in for the catch.
That was Jamani Crane who got a hand on it. This went bouncing Jackson State's way and downing it near the 23-yard line.
If this is the way SWAC play is going to start off, opening week of the season, it's Grambling, it's Jackson State. Only thing missing is the Sonic Boom of the South. I'm sorry y'all couldn't travel. That's one rule that they put in, that visiting teams will not be allowed to bring their bands. So the home teams just really got to step up their game now. But this is HBCU football and the SWAC style on display here. This is a good one.
This is everything that we had hoped for in this game, and certainly there was some question marks. Okay, well, how would Jackson State go up against this formidable opponent in Grambling State? And right now, Coach Prime and his staff have these guys ready.
See a heavy dose of Tyson Alexander. He would be the guy. I would say you have to show me you can stop him.
Alexander again. Alexander showing out the speed. One man the beat along the sideline, trying to do a little juke move.
Running back of his talent. If you stop him once, show me you can stop him again. On second down, finds a crease, cuts to the backside, turns on the Jets, and great job of running the football, and give credit to the offensive line. That left side, particularly Jalen Jones at left guard, and the tackle Tony Gray, opening up that backside running lane for Alexander to explode through.
55-yard pickup for Alexander puts the Tigers in Grambling State territory and within striking distance again.
Keep them out of the end zone. Keep them out of the end zone. We've seen Jackson State. They've missed 2 extra points today. I don't know if they would go for a field goal try here. So if you're Grambling, you have to be thinking, keep them out of the end zone. Why do I say that? You may not be as aggressive with your defensive selection. You don't necessarily have to blitz the quarterback when you're just trying to hold them to a field goal attempt.
Monty Clark now in, giving Alexander a spell. Jalen Jones on second and 8, feels the pressure, lets it go, but nearly getting to him was that Tiger defense.
They dialed up a little spy man blitz is what it was. So they actually had somebody spy. You see number 20. Look at number 20 in your middle of the field. He sees it once I don't have any coverage responsibilities. And tell you what, Jalen Jones got out the pocket, but not by much. A little bit closer than you thought.
Wilson, number 20 for Grambling.
Keep everything in front of you.
Third down, they connect and find the big receiver, Corey Reed.
And that was one I was like, you keep everything in front of you, but they got too soft with their coverage, allowing the receiver, and he just runs down there, finds the sticks, turns around. And that was a big pickup and nice throw and execution by Jalen Jones and the JSU offense.
Now first and goal. Clark spins around, still moving inside the 5. And the fresh legs kept in the backfield for Jackson State has served them well. The tag team of Clark and Alexander.
I think down here they're probably using Clark a little bit more, a little bit bigger back, hold on to the football a little bit.
Jackson State, Ford red zone opportunities, 3 touchdowns, a missed field goal. Clark getting closer and closer. He's moving forward, loses the football.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow, this is going to be interesting. When are they saying that ball came out? If he was breaking the plane with the football, that's a score. But if it was prior to, that's a fumble recovered by Grambling. Whoa.
And they're calling it a fumble.
The ruling on the field, fumble. Oh, touchback.
Oh my goodness. Quincy Mitchell coming up.
The previous play is under further review.
Oh. And I think it was his lineman trying to help push him into the end zone. That might have dislodged the football.
Now, CJ, this is where the call on the field is so important because now you have to have irrefutable evidence to try to overturn this. And from what we're seeing in these angles and replays, I don't know when it comes out and where he is. Does he cross the plane?
He gets lost within the bodies.
Yep.
I mean, that is just close. Can't be 100% either way, which is what you want. But then, you want to say, when I look at the ball, it seemed like it came out pretty deep in the end zone. Was that surge that got him in or not? I don't know if you can be 100% either way to, as what you said, Tiffany, overturn the call that was made on the field.
They're reviewing this one, and man, this is a huge call because Jackson State was trying to make this a 2-score game.
Yeah, I thought they brought Clark in to be the more sure-handed, durable back. We've seen Tyson Alexander put a couple questionable balls down on the ground. Coach Prime, this will be a big one towards what happens, but how about the comment that Coach Prime told us about his team this year? What did he tell what was he announcing to the whole conference? You better what? You better get us this year. Because I got some horses coming, and I think that's going to be a challenge. He's saying if they don't get me in the SWAC this year, they're definitely not going to get me next year.
Well, you said at the top of the broadcast, Jay, a lot of these coaches around the SWAC saying we're not playing Dion, we're playing Dion's team, and so the guys have to get it done on the field. Let's listen to the ruling.
After review of the play, the call on the field stands. Touchback. First down, Grambling, 20-yard line.
I mean, let me be honest. Did you really think they were going to overturn that call in Eddie Robinson Stadium? It's Eddie Robinson Stadium. It's a home game. Coach Prime wants to become the next Eddie Robinson. Had they overturned that, oh, man.
It would have been mayhem.
And so now here's what you get, Tiff. If you're Jeremy Hickbottom, here's your opportunity. Your team is down. You're at home.
And Hickbottom on the carry, trying to shoulder the load here.
Make plays. Make plays. If you want to join the likes of a Bruce Eugene, when Grambling was ever down, Bruce Eugene found a way to win the game. Those type guys do it. You're down by 5 at home. You find a way to win the game to become one of those memorable Grambling quarterbacks.
Remember, Grambling State has won 9 of the last 10, riding a 16-game home winning streak. That's on the line right now as the Tigers trail by 5. Hickbottom with the pitch to Russell. Russell right there. Russell still up past the 45, and he's finally brought down.
You see that hesitation sweep? Look at this, the action by the quarterback. He's going to snap it like, oh, you got me. Give him the fake. Uh-oh. Pillow Smiley, number 94. You took it hook, line, and sinker.
Raylan Richardson on the outside. Richardson still going. So moving the ball effectively, getting some groove on this drive, trying to capitalize off the second turnover of the day from Jackson State. Hickbottom again.
Good job. Got them on their heels right now, and you feel this scrambling offense taking momentum, and Jackson State scrambling. This is when you need one of your leaders to step up and make a big play. Audrey Miller, Keontae Hampton, one of those guys need to step up and make a big play.
Once again, the little show, the gift. Elder, Keelan Elder.
Why are they playing with number 94, Pillow Smiley, so much? Same play, but he's got it sniffed out. You're not going to get me this time. You're not even going to touch me. A little wiggle on the outside.
Good for 5 yards. Elder on the carry again, up the middle. And Pillow Smiley bringing him down, but another first down. Important to this drive, keeping it on the ground, running time off the clock. This time to the left side, it's Elder. Elder again with another nice carry. Aubrey Miller on the stop. Pickup of 7.
You have to give those defensive ends some help. Brian Mitchell and Miquel Pillow Smiley, they're on an island trying to tackle running backs with a lot of space.
That day, that play, your dad there?
Prior to the snap, timeout, Grambling. That's the first timeout of the half. Excuse me, second timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
And Jay, we saw Grambling State take their first timeout with just about a minute in this fourth quarter. and now spending their second timeout, just one remaining and 2 minutes to go in the regulation.
We'll see. You got to value those timeouts when you're trailing, but we'll see. I think these teams are really good teams, and they'll challenge in the East. Whoa!
Giving you an update around the SWAC and what's popping out to you and probably everyone in SWAC Nation. What? Southern trailing UAPB at the half.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, hey, pardon the way I pronounce this, but both of them scores, Tip, got me surprised. A&M putting 31 points on South Carolina State in Orangeburg and Pine Bluff. Holding on to a 12-point lead at halftime over the Jags. Southern coming off an impressive victory last week versus Alabama State. UAPB, what's going on there in Pine Bluff, Arkansas?
Doc Gamble says he's got him ready. The pitch again. This time the speedster, Brooks. Brooks moving to the outside, gets out of bounds.
And they've discovered something schematically while they keep using that play. And so unless they could change, and how do you defend that play? You bring somebody outside of that defensive end, like a linebacker, which leaves you vulnerable because then you must crowd the line of scrimmage. They may continue to see that play.
Trips right to the bottom of your screen. The handoff, Brooks. And okay, here come the G-men.
I think if you're Jackson State, you start calling timeout, but with Grambling snapping the ball, I would have let him do it. I was surprised that Grambling was getting up to the line of scrimmage so quickly.
Jackson State.
Now, Jackson State realizing if they score, we want to give ourselves an opportunity to try and leave some time on the clock.
When you talked about the play that it worked so well and figuring out something schematically here in this timeout, where do you make the adjustment if you're Jackson State's defense?
I mean, you're letting Grambling move the ball down the field, just running football. So they're spreading you out so they can run. At some point, you have to say, we've got cornerbacks. We're going to come up and crowd the line of scrimmage and force you to throw the ball. Force you to throw it. You've got some great cornerbacks that can play man-to-man coverage. You believe in those guys. You got to put them on the island. And make them, what we like to say, earn their scholarship and make a play for you. But don't allow Grambling just to continue to run the football. You have to do something to take them out of this mentality.
Kamani Clark's fumble, we'll see if Grambling State can put it in the end zone. DJ Clark is nearby. They say he stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
And if you're Grambling, you like that. You actually don't want him to score. If he's going to get the ball there on the 2-yard line, you can force Jackson State to use more timeouts. His foot was out. I thought the left leg was out.
Elder, he stopped short.
You almost have to let him score right now. If you're Jackson State, you want to let them score. There's no rush. There's no rush for Grambling to get to the line of scrimmage. Why are they rushing?
Elder lost the football. Kalen Elder lost the football. Recovered by Jackson State's Keontae Hampton. Unbelievable.
You have to love this game of football. The same things that make you laugh will make you cry. They were laughing when Jackson State fumbled the ball in the end zone and Grambling looked like they were going to drive to go back the other way. Well, the same things that make you laugh can make you cry. Great job by Aubrey Miller. Audrey Miller coming off the edge. The transfer from Missouri with the contact in the backfield. You see him come from there and watch him knock it loose. Oh, what a game.
The player's confirmed. Turnover.
And Coach Prime is pumped up.
Oh, man.
Out the
Coach
further
Broderick.
review. The call on the field stands. First down, Jack State.
First turnover of the game for Grambling State, and it comes with 1:04 to go on their 1-yard line.
When they were on the ropes, and you asked me, what do they need to do? I said, they need some of their players to step up and make a play. I thought it would be either Hampton or Miller. I know it would be both. Miller with the forced fumble and Keontae Hampton with the recovery. And Jackson State 1:04 away from getting an impressive victory on the road.
And this is where timeouts are not Grambling State's friend. They only have one remaining. Jackson State spins a TO.
I mean, they are backed up, so they have to be thinking, we just really want to not get a safety in this situation so we can run out some more clock. So they want to make sure they've got everything going. Don't take a penalty where you move yourself even back a little bit more. And if you're Grambling, you got to be thinking sell out, run, blitz.
Jackson State sensing change already in progress, trying to reverse the outcome of the last 10 meetings against Grambling State.
Good call.
Under a minute from doing so. Yep. Grambling State has to spin their third and final timeout. And a couple of fumbles at the 1-yard line on both sides. The story of this game late if you're just tuning in.
I mean, this one here, just when it seemed like Jackson State was going to have our opportunity to go up by 2 scores, they fumble going in, and then when it seems like Grambling is going to score to go up with less than 2 minutes to go in the game, another fumble, and what a football game.
Yeah.
Can we get them all like this? Is that what prime time is going to bring to the game? We're going to have showtime every week.
Grambling State just sees potentially a victory, another W at home just snatched away as Jackson State on the road. SWAC opener. And Coach Prime allowing that time to wind down. Why? It's got to feel good for those newcomers, but especially for those who stayed with this Jackson State program. Final play of the ball game, and I'll tell you this. In his first conference win, Coach Prime has put the SWAC on notice that Jackson State is back, and they're coming for everybody. Tigers letting them know they can play in prime time. First win for Jackson State since 2012, snapping Grambling State's 16-game home win streak.
They earned it. You know what? We talk a lot about Coach Prime, what he's doing. I'm going to take a step back, and I'm going to give it up to those kids. They fought. When they had their back against the wall, looked like Grambling was going to go up for the go-ahead score. They found a way to make a play. That leadership starts at the top, but it has to be able to trickle down to the kids. And his quarterback, Jalen Jones, played well, and it was a hard-fought football game. And fortunately for Jackson State University, they came away victorious to start off the primetime era in SWAC football.
An all-around effort, solid game from Jalen Jones, but in the end, it was defense. The Tigers' defense did an outstanding job, especially when it mattered most.